What if everything you believed was a lie? What if the history we're taught, the news we consume, the very fabric of our reality is a carefully constructed illusion? This isn't about being paranoid, guys. It's about opening our eyes to the possibility that things aren't always as they seem. Conspiracy theories and hoaxes have captivated our imaginations for decades, whispering of secret societies, hidden truths, and events that defy explanation. In this series, we're diving deep into the rabbit hole, exploring the most intriguing and mind-bending conspiracies from the widely known to the highly speculative. Buckle up, because things are about to get weird. Did we really land on the moon? It's a question that has haunted us for decades. The official story, the one we all learned in school, is that on July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong took one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, planting the American flag on the lunar surface. But what if it was all a giant hoax staged in a Hollywood studio to win the space race against the Soviets? Proponents of the moon landing hoax theory point to a number of anomalies in the photographic and video evidence. The waving flag in a vacuum, the lack of stars in the background, the parallel shadows that shouldn't exist in lunar sunlight. They argue that the technology simply wasn't advanced enough in 1969 to pull off a real moon landing. The government, they claim, orchestrated the whole thing to boost national morale and assert dominance over the USSR. Of course, there are countless counter-arguments from scientists and experts debunking these claims with scientific evidence and logical explanations, but the seeds of doubt have been sown, and the debate rages on. Is it possible that the greatest achievement in human history was a carefully constructed lie? We need to ask ourselves, why is this theory so persistent? Why does it continue to grip our imaginations? Is it simply the thrill of questioning authority, of imagining a world where things aren't as they seem, or is there something more to it, a flicker of truth hidden beneath layers of deception? Roswell, New Mexico, 1947. A rancher discovers strange debris scattered across his property. The military quickly swoops in, claiming it's nothing more than a downed weather balloon. But rumors begin to spread like wildfire. Whispers of a crashed alien spacecraft, of recovered extraterrestrial bodies. The Roswell Incident, as it came to be known, ignited the world's fascination with UFOs and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. The official story has shifted over the years from a weather balloon to a high-altitude surveillance balloon, but many remain unconvinced. Eyewitness accounts from locals, tales of strange lights in the sky, and whispers of government cover-ups have fueled the belief that something truly extraordinary happened in that desert town. Some claim that the recovered craft and its occupants were taken to Area 51, a top-secret military base shrouded in mystery. Others believe that the government has been covering up the truth about alien contact for decades, fearing mass panic and a breakdown of societal order. The Roswell incident remains one of the most enduring and debated UFO cases in history. It's a story that taps into our deepest fears and desires, our longing to know that we're not alone in the universe. Is it a case of overactive imaginations fueled by Cold War paranoia? Or is there something more to it, a glimpse into a hidden truth that the government desperately wants to keep concealed? Chapter 3, Area 51. Okay guys, let's talk about Area 51. You know, that super secret military base in the middle of the Nevada desert, the one the government doesn't even admit exists? Some people think it's just a testing ground for experimental aircraft, but come on. Does that really explain all the secrecy, the intense security, the stories from people who claim to have worked there, talking about alien autopsies and reverse-engineered UFO technology? Things get weird here, guys, really weird. I mean, they literally have a warning sign that says, use of deadly force authorized for trespassers. What are they so afraid of people seeing? What are they hiding? We've all seen the blurry photos and videos, heard the whispered rumors. Is there any truth to them? Is the US government really in possession of alien technology? And if they are, what are they doing with it? This is some X-Files level stuff, and frankly, I'm both terrified and completely fascinated. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, because this is one rabbit hole I'm ready to go down. Chapter 4, the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle. This area off the coast of Florida has been freaking people out for decades. Planes disappearing without a trace, ships vanishing into thin air. What's really going on here? Is it just a coincidence, a string of unfortunate accidents, or is there something more sinister at play? Some people think it's magnetic anomalies, others believe it's underwater methane eruptions, and then there are those who think it's aliens, portals to other dimensions, or even remnants of lost civilizations like Atlantis. Think about it, hundreds of ships and planes just gone. Poof! Vanished! No wreckage, no SOS signals, just silence. It's like they were never there. Even the most experienced pilots and sailors have met their fate in the triangle, and no one can say for sure why. This is one of those mysteries that just messes with your head. It makes you question everything you thought you knew about reality. What do you guys believe? Could this all be explained by natural phenomena, or is there something truly unexplainable happening in the Bermuda Triangle? Chapter 5, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti. Whatever you call him, this mysterious ape-like creature has captured the imaginations of millions. Is he real? Is he just a myth? There have been hundreds of sightings over the years, blurry photos, shaky videos, and countless stories from people who claim to have encountered him in the wilds of North America. But is there any real evidence to support these claims? Some people believe Bigfoot is a remnant population of Gigantopithecus, an extinct ape that lived millions of years ago. Others think he's some kind of interdimensional being popping in and out of our reality. And then there are those who think it's all just a hoax, elaborate pranks by people looking for attention. I've seen the Patterson-Gimlin film, you know, the famous footage of Bigfoot walking through the woods. It's compelling, I'll admit, but is it real? I don't know, guys, but I want to believe. I want to believe there's something out there, something beyond our understanding. What about you? Do you think Bigfoot is real? Have you ever had an encounter? Let me know in the comments. Okay, guys, let's dive into one of the most mind-blowing conspiracies out there, the Philadelphia experiment. We're talking about a top-secret military experiment during World War II that allegedly made a whole naval destroyer invisible. And I mean, like, completely vanish, kind of invisible. The story goes that the USS Eldridge, this massive warship, was fitted with some crazy experimental technology based on Einstein's unified field theory. They flipped the switch, and bam! The ship supposedly disappeared from the Philadelphia Naval Yard and reappeared hundreds of miles away in Norfolk, Virginia. But here's where it gets really freaky. Some say the crew suffered horrific side effects. We're talking sailors fused to the ship's hull, others going insane, some even vanishing altogether. It's a wild story, right? The government, of course, denies it ever happened. But there are so many eyewitness accounts, documents, and weird anomalies surrounding this event that it's hard to ignore. Is it possible they cracked the code to invisibility? And at what cost? We're going deep down the rabbit hole on this one. You guys know I love a good monster mystery, and Nessie is like the OG of cryptids. For centuries, people have claimed to see this giant long-necked creature lurking in the depths of Loch Ness in Scotland. Is it a plesiosaur, some kind of prehistoric beast that somehow survived extinction? Or is it just a really big fish that people are mistaking for something more? There have been countless blurry photos and sonar readings over the years, but nothing conclusive. But here's the thing. Loch Ness is huge, like seriously massive and deep. It's entirely possible that something could be hiding down there, evading detection. Plus, there are tons of local legends and stories about Nessie going back centuries. Could it be that an entire culture hallucinated a giant monster for generations, or is there something real lurking beneath the surface? We're diving into the murky depths of Loch Ness to see what we can uncover. All right, guys, buckle up, because this one is the doozy. The Illuminati, this shadowy organization, has been the subject of conspiracy theories for centuries. They're rumored to be this super secret society pulling the strings of global events, controlling governments, banks, and even the entertainment industry. Who are these mysterious figures? Some say they're descended from ancient secret societies. Others believe they're powerful elites with a sinister agenda for world domination. They're everywhere and nowhere. Their influence supposedly hidden in plain sight. Think about it, Illuminati symbols allegedly appear in everything from music videos to corporate logos. Are these just coincidences, or is there something more to it? We're going to analyze some of the most common evidence for their existence, from the all-seeing eye to occult symbolism. Is the world really controlled by a secret cabal of elites? We're about to explore some seriously dark territory, so get ready. Okay guys, buckle up because this one is wild. We're going deep into the flat Earth theory. You know, the one that says the Earth isn't a globe but a flat disk? Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy, but hear me out. People who believe this, and there are a lot of them, say we've been lied to for centuries. They point to things like the horizon always looking flat, no matter how high you go, and ask why we don't see the curvature of the Earth. They also question things like circumnavigation, saying you can travel around a flat disk. Too, we're going to look at their evidence, like maps of a flat Earth and experiments they've done to prove their point. But we're also going to bring in the scientific arguments against it, like, you know, gravity and satellite images. Hold on to your hats because this is going to be a bumpy ride. This one is like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, you guys. The Montauk Project. It's supposedly this top-secret government program that took place at Camp Hero in Montauk, Long Island. Think time travel, teleportation, psychological warfare, and even contact with aliens. Some people believe the government was experimenting with all sorts of crazy stuff, like trying to control people's minds or even open portals to other dimensions. We're talking about missing children, weird weather phenomena, and people claiming to have been abducted and experimented on. It's a rabbit hole that goes deep, guys. We'll explore the stories from people who claim to have been involved, the supposed evidence that supports the project's existence, and the government's denials. It's going to get weird. Okay, this theory is another one that's going to blow your mind. The hollow Earth theory basically says that the Earth isn't solid but hollow, with a whole other world existing inside it. Yeah, you heard me right. Some people believe there's an entire civilization living beneath our feet, with its own sun, its own ecosystem, and maybe even its own advanced species. We're talking about entrances at the North and South Poles, stories of people who claim to have traveled there, and even connections to UFO sightings. We're going to dig into the history of this theory, the supposed evidence, and the arguments against it. Hold on to your butts, guys, because this one is a doozy. Guys, this next one is wild. It's about this mysterious satellite, the Black Knight satellite that's been orbiting Earth for like, who knows how long. Some say it's been up there for 13,000 years. That's way before we even learned how to launch stuff into space. So where did it come from? Who put it there? Some people think it's an alien satellite sent to observe us. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? It's this weird, dark object that just hangs out in space, sending out radio signals that nobody can decipher. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's real. Or is it? The government's been super secretive about it, which makes the whole thing even creepier. There are all these blurry photos and stories about astronauts encountering it, but nothing concrete. What are they hiding? Are they covering up evidence of alien life? This whole thing is just one giant mystery, and I'm obsessed. Okay, so Denver International Airport, right? Seems pretty normal at first glance, just another airport, but under the surface, something's not right. It's like this place is built on a giant web of conspiracies. First, there's the art. I'm talking creepy murals with apocalyptic themes, gargoyles, and statues dedicated to the New World Order. Like, what's with all the doom and gloom? Then there's the layout. It's massive, way bigger than it needs to be for an airport. Some people think there are secret underground bunkers beneath the airport, maybe even a whole underground city. And the runways? They're laid out in the shape of a swastika. Coincidence? I think not. This whole airport is shrouded in mystery, and it feels like something sinister is going on. Is it a secret base for the Illuminati? A staging ground for the apocalypse? Whatever it is, it's giving me major bad vibes. This one's seriously unsettling. We're talking about 9 hikers who died under mysterious circumstances in the Ural Mountains in 1959. Their tent was found ripped open from the inside like they were trying to escape something. Some of the hikers were found barefoot and partially clothed, even though it was freezing cold. Others had strange injuries like internal bleeding and fractured skulls, but no external signs of trauma. What happened to them? Some people think it was an avalanche, but the evidence doesn't really add up. Others believe it was a military experiment gone wrong, or maybe even something paranormal. There are stories about strange orange orbs in the sky around the time of the incident. Could it be aliens or some kind of unknown creature lurking in the mountains? The truth is, we still don't know what happened to those hikers. The mystery of Dyatlov Pass remains unsolved, and it's one of the most chilling stories I've ever come across. Guys, have you ever remembered something so vividly, but then everyone else tells you you're wrong, like completely wrong? That's the Mandela Effect. It's like our memories are glitching, like we've shifted into a parallel universe where things are slightly different. Remember the Berenstain Bears? I swear it was spelled Berenstein. And what about that Monopoly guy? Did he have a monocle or not? Some people say it's just faulty memory, but what if it's something more? What if it's evidence of alternate realities, timelines colliding, or even time travel gone wrong? It's like the universe is playing tricks on us, and we're left wondering what's real and what's not. It's trippy, it's unsettling, and it makes you question everything you thought you knew. This one is a heavy one, guys. 9/11 was a day that changed the world forever, but the official story has always felt a little off. There are so many unanswered questions, so many things that just don't add up. The collapse of the Twin Towers, the speed at which they fell, the Pentagon crash, it's all shrouded in mystery and speculation. Some people believe the government orchestrated the attacks, a horrific act of manipulation to justify war. Others think it was an inside job, a controlled demolition to reshape global power. We might never know the full truth, but the sheer volume of inconsistencies and unanswered questions is enough to make anyone wonder if there's something more to the story than we've been told. It's a rabbit hole that goes deep, and it's up to each of us to decide what we believe. The Vatican, guys, it's like the ultimate vault of secrets, holding ancient texts and hidden knowledge dating back centuries. These archives are off limits to the public, guarded with intense secrecy. What's in there? What are they hiding? Some speculate it holds proof of alien life, suppressed gospels that contradict traditional beliefs, or even documentation of dark rituals and hidden truths. The Vatican has always been a source of intrigue, and these secret archives only fuel the fire. It's like a giant question mark, a treasure trove of potential answers to some of humanity's biggest mysteries. The fact that they're so determined to keep them secret makes you wonder, doesn't it? What are they so afraid of us finding out? Okay, guys, Antarctica. Just saying the name sends chills down my spine. It's like this giant frozen mystery at the bottom of the world. And you know me, I love a good mystery. But what happened during Operation Highjump in 1946? Officially, it was a naval operation to, map the place, do some sciencey stuff. But some people think it was something else. Like, what if they were looking for something? Or someone, some say they found evidence of a secret Nazi base, or even, wait for it, a hidden entrance to the hollow earth. I know it sounds crazy, but is it? We're going deep down the rabbit hole on this one. We're talking secret societies, hidden civilizations, and maybe even aliens? This is some Indiana Jones stuff right here. You guys ready? Let's do this. Hold on to your butts, guys, because things are about to get weird. We're talking about Project Bluebeam, a theory that says, get this, our reality is fake. Like, We're living in a simulated world and someone is about to pull back the curtain. The theory claims that the powers that be are going to use advanced technology to stage a fake alien invasion, complete with holograms, lasers, and all kinds of crazy stuff. And why would they do this? Control, my friends. They want to unite the world under one government, one religion, one everything. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but the more I dig into this, the more I'm like, wait, is this actually possible? We're talking about psychological warfare, advanced technology, and the manipulation of our very perception of reality. This is some next-level stuff. This one's a classic, the Paul McCartney death hoax. We all know the Beatles, right? The biggest band in the world, but what if one of them, Paul McCartney, died in 1966 and was replaced by a look-alike? The evidence is out there, guys. Hidden messages in album covers, subtle changes in his appearance, even lyrical clues that point to a tragic secret. I mean, think about it. Paul is left-handed, but the new Paul plays guitar right-handed. And his ear's totally different. Is this just a coincidence, or is there something more going on? We're diving deep into the music, the clues and the stories surrounding this mind-blowing theory. Did the Beatles really replace one of their own? And if so, why? Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about the Fab Four. Okay guys, buckle up because this one is a doozy, the phantom time hypothesis. This theory suggests that 297 years of history, specifically between 614 AD and 911 AD, never actually happened. Like, poof, gone. The theory claims that Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII basically fabricated this period to legitimize their rule. It's wild. We're talking about potentially missing centuries. Think about it. What if everything we know about Charlemagne, the Vikings, and the rise of Islam is just a carefully constructed lie? This theory really makes you question everything. Guys, this one is huge. Tartaria, ever heard of it? Probably not, because it's like it was wiped from history. The theory suggests that an advanced civilization called Tartaria existed across a massive portion of the Earth, but a mud flood event buried its existence. We're talking buildings with impossible architecture, giant doors, and a worldwide energy grid. The Tartaria theory suggests this civilization was technologically superior to us and that they don't want us to know about it. There's evidence of these buildings all over the world. Are they remnants of this lost civilization? It's eerie. Like, are we being controlled by some shadow organization that's hiding our true history? This one is terrifying. This is one of those stories that sounds like it came straight out of a horror movie. The Moon-Eyed People, also known as the White Indians, are said to have lived in Appalachia. They were described as having pale skin, white hair, and eyes that were sensitive to sunlight. Legend has it they lived in underground caves and only came out at night. Some say they were albinos. Others believe they were an ancient race with advanced technology. What happened to them? Did they just disappear? Were they driven out by Native Americans? This one is so creepy, guys. It's like something out of a nightmare. Okay, guys, let's talk about the Georgia Guidestones. This thing is straight out of a dystopian nightmare. 10 granite slabs inscribed with guidelines for humanity in 8 different languages. Like, who wrote these rules and why? Some people think it's a message from a secret society, like the Illuminati, planning for a new world order. Others say it's just some rich guy's idea of a legacy, but the creepiest part is the first guideline. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. That sounds a lot like population control to me. And what about all the other cryptic messages? Are they instructions, warnings, or something else entirely? This whole thing is shrouded in mystery, and it's giving me major chills. This one is truly terrifying. MK Ultra, a top-secret CIA program that experimented with mind control. I'm talking about real-life Manchurian candidate stuff. The CIA used drugs, hypnosis, and torture to try to manipulate people's minds. Imagine being a victim of this program, not even knowing who you are or what you believe in anymore. The craziest thing? The CIA destroyed most of the records, so we'll never know the full extent of what they did. But the fact that they were even messing with this stuff is beyond disturbing. It makes you wonder what else they're hiding. What other dark secrets are lurking in the shadows? Is our reality even real? Or is it all just a carefully constructed illusion? So there you have it, guys. 25 conspiracies that will keep you up at night. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to QuantumWriterVerse, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on future investigations. But here's the real question. In a world where information is power, who controls the narrative? And are we truly in control of our own minds?